hope all is well with everybody. I wanted to do a short video on a particular post that Jen Hawkins, she's our Diamond Upline. I wanted to post something that she talked about on the Diamond Destination team yesterday. She basically sent out a survey. She wanted people to say if they have earned $200 to $500 a month with Plexus, $500 to $1,000, $1,000 to $500 a month, and $1,000 to $5,000 a month, and then $10,000 plus a month. And she basically just wanted you to respond and say, A, if you got 200 to 500, B, so forth and so on, with a letter response, okay? And I thought that this was really impactful for many reasons. Back in my October training, I had October, right when I came back from Leaders Retreat, I had an ambassador training for people that came to my house, anybody that was local that could show up. I talked about all the things that I learned at Leaders Retreat, and I shared a personal conversation I had with Jen Hawkins. We talked on the phone for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and she shared with me that someone who also is a Diamond, Sonia Dudley, she had been in another network marketing company for 17 years. And Jen was saying that she basically was letting her know that she has thousands of people on her team who make between $900 and $1,000 a month. And I don't know if she said thousands, but she said hundreds of people on her team. Probably close to 1,000, but she has hundreds of people on her team. And Sonia Dudley said, in all the years that I did my other business for 17 years, that she never had anybody under her who made that type of money, never. And she was, a top earner in the company. And so I think this is what kind of prompted Jen Hawkins to do this informal survey on the Diamond Destination page, because her and Celeste Quinn run that page, and it's about 27,000 people on that team page. And so far she's only gotten like 700 responses. But out of those 700, if you go and look through it, there are tons of C's, tons of B's, tons of A's as far as the letter that corresponds to how much they're making. And there were some people that I felt like were getting a little miffed because there wasn't an option for putting a letter response if you made between $0 and $200 a month. But the reason why she started that is because if there's studies that have shown that people who file for bankruptcy, they say that all they needed was just an extra $200 of margin in their budget every month, and they would not have had to file for bankruptcy. So that is huge, people, for our team, for the potential to get people who can see the vision for this business, because I'm a destination page and look at that post and see the number of people, over 700 people who are making between $200 and up to over $10,000 a month. The sheer number is huge. So when you think about the number of people in your circle or your sphere of influence who you can impact by sharing these products, amazing products and business opportunity with, it's huge, because for a lot of people, an extra $200 a month is huge. That's huge for them. And making an extra $200 a month with Plexus is really not difficult. It's not a difficult task. However, she then came back and said, for those of you who were not able to be on the survey or respond on the survey because you're making less than $200 a month with Plexus, that means that you're struggling a little bit. And if you're struggling a little bit with working this business, she wanted to give them a few tips, which I thought was really nice. So I'm going to read to you very quickly what she said in the post. I'm going to also post this, the script of what she said. I'm basically going to share her post from the DDD page. A lot of you have already read it, but I just really thought that this was appropriate as we start to wrap up this year and go into the new year, because if you really want Plexus to be a part of your goals for next year, building your business, this is going to be a huge part of it. Just taking the advice from this Diamond ambassador who's done it, understands this business. It's a lot of the things that I have said, but I just wanted you to get a different perspective. So essentially, she says, this post is to give ideas and tips for those of you who are struggling to make $200 a month with Plexus. If you are posting and sharing personally, meaning face-to-face, consistently / daily. That's what she means. Consistently means daily you're doing something. You're either posting on Facebook daily, you are following up with people daily, or you're sharing this with your friends and family or with people out on the street daily. If you're doing those things, then make sure you are focusing on telling stories, okay? Not just sharing ad-like graphics. You've got to make it personal. Share your story, share non-scale victories. I just met with a friend today, and she told me 3 or 4 different things that were so wonderful, things that were happening that don't have anything to do with weight loss, but things that are happening with her and those in her family, that she should be posting about. She should be celebrating those things and posting that, because that's what resonates with people, is talking about those personal stories. You've got to make it personal. That's what your friends are waiting for. They're wanting you to see that, and they're wanting to see that this isn't a fly-by-night thing, that you're just not willy-nilly posting about it once a week, that you're serious about it and you're posting about it at least 3 to 4 times a week. She said, share non-scale victories, other people's stories, know what friends and family need, and work to find a relatable story. So if you talk to somebody who sleeps with a CPAP machine, they've got sleep apnea, then find a testimony on sleep apnea and post about that. If you know somebody who really is suffering from pain with fibromyalgia, find a fibromyalgia testimony. So just because you don't have that personal testimony doesn't mean that you can't go find a really great testimony and post about that. That's gonna click with people when they see, oh my gosh, that's my story. I can't tell you how many people, because I tell a lot of stories. I give a lot of testimonies in the posts that I do. A lot of the posts that I do are educational as well. And I can't tell you the number of people that say to me, oh my gosh, that testimony that I read, it so resonated with me because it sounded exactly like my issues. So tell me more about Plexus. Facts tell, stories sell. I love that. Facts tell and stories sell. So you can say all day long, you know, this is what X Factor does. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's an appropriate place and time for doing those types of posts. But that can't be drink, pee, and shrink, you know, come do Plexus, you know, you can get skinny, because this is so much more than weight loss. You've got to start telling people's stories, your own story and the story of others. Then she says you need to reach their heart, not their brain. Search testimonies on Plexus Journeys, Diamond documentaries, Wednesday opportunity calls. Share those personally with your friends. So she's saying don't just post on Facebook about it. You need to reach out to people that you know. Hey, I know that you suffer from lupus. This is a personal testimony. So even though they may say, no, Plexus is too expensive, I'm not going to do that, or I don't have it in my budget, whatever. Just keep feeding them information. I want to say dripping, but people say they don't like that term, but that's essentially what people in Plexus say. You drip on them, and you drip on them by just giving them a little bit of information every time. And not puking on them, but when the opportunity presents itself, if you hear a testimony or Wednesday opportunity call and it's about someone's health testimony, someone who suffered from the same exact issues that one of your good friends does, send them that call and say, hey, can you please listen to this? Listen to this with me. It's a great call. They're only 10, 12, 13 minutes. But the key here is sharing personally with those people that you know suffer from some of the things that Plexus helps people with. It says another tip for you is to keep going. I'm seeing a trend that, you get started fast and furious, some of you, and you just drop off. You go and you post once a week, and that's all you do, and that's not consistent. You're not continuing to keep it going if you're not following up with people. It doesn't matter if they ignore you, if they don't respond. Still keep them on your list. Don't scratch them off your list, and you keep responding. You keep following up with them and saying the fortune truly is in the follow-up. It takes an average of 4 to 6 exposures to move people into action. People are busy. People have got a lot of stuff going on, especially now. But if you just keep at it, just little by little, just keep following up with them, eventually they'll come around, especially come New Year. After 2.5 years of posting, she said, I have people come to me and tell me that they are ready. That's phenomenal. After a year and 3 or 4 months I've been doing this, I still have people coming to me. Monthly, I have new customers. But that's because I've been consistent for 1.5 years or a year and 3 or 4 months. They have been watching all this time. That's basically what she's saying. All this time they've been watching her. For those of you who are not sharing consistently and choose not to share consistently, then you need to be okay with the result. So if you aren't doing those things that I just stated above, that Jen just stated above, you need to be okay with your paycheck being $30 a month or whatever, however much it is. You need to be okay with that because you have to do something in order to get a return on your investment. Let's see. And she basically was saying, it's pretty blunt what she's saying, but it is the honest to goodness truth. You cannot expect your audience to get excited or take you seriously if you're not showing you're committed through your consistency. And that's huge. I'm going to say that one more time. You cannot expect for your audience to get excited or take you seriously if you are not showing that you are committed through your consistency. Okay. Your non-consistency is also sending a message. And I love that. I posted that was something that she said in a video a couple weeks ago or about a month or so ago. And she just basically said, you're also sending a message by not posting. You're saying that you're teetering on the edge. You kind of believe in the product, you kind of don't. But people are going to tell you're on fire if you're posting about Plexus every day. And again, not puking. You've got to balance it out with other posts, your personal post about your family, inspirational, funny post, motivational quotes, scripture, whatever it is that you're interested in. You need to be balancing it out with those things. If you want to make $200, $500, or $1,000 a month, the first things you need to do are find your belief. Okay. If you do not believe in these products, you will not be successful, and it will come through. People will see, she really don't believe in these products, or she doesn't believe they work for her. Maybe they work for somebody else, but they're not working for her. You have to believe. You can gain belief by reading the plethora of testimonials and all the pages that you've been added to, and attending meetings. The meetings are huge. I know people are busy, but if you want to do something with your business, you've got to make a commitment to get to meetings. So the two meetings that are most important, the one meeting that's most important is inviting people to the opportunity meetings that I do every single month at my house. It's an absolutely free and simple way for you to get easy business building with ambassadors and customers. Almost always, every time I have a meeting, the people who are there, they sign up. They sign up either as ambassadors or they sign up as a customer. They try the products. So that's an easy way. The other thing are the two big trainings in January for my local people and even people who are out of town. Look for the closest Super Saturday in your area. It only costs $17 for the training. It's a 4-hour training that's put on by Plexus Corporate. They only do it once a year, and it is so beneficial for you in building your business and building your belief. The other training that we're doing, my friend Brittany, she's an Emerald Ambassador, and Celeste Gwynn, she's the top earner in the company, who lives right here down the street in Anna, Texas. They're both hosting a training session for ambassadors, and I'm personal friends with Brittany, so she invited my team to come and join them. So I'm super excited about that. That's happening January 30th on a Friday, 6 p.m., and that's completely free. We just need to get there. So please, please, please make plans to attend both of those meetings. But those are ways to build your belief. And then just share consistently. If you do those things, you will see a growth in your business. The key to this business is consistency. And I say it over and over and over again, but I sincerely mean that. That's the only reason why I've been had even a little bit of success with this business so far. As you were sharing, think about Jen's first tip, which is tell stories, reach their heart. Okay. I wish all of you a happy holidays. I hope that all of you who are here locally will make plans to attend the Gumbo and Goodies Christmas party that I want to host for you guys this Sunday, and hope to see you guys there. Bye.